Hello everyone, we have some exciting news today. WorldBox version 0.8.0 just released. Well, I know I'm a little late, but it's my time zone. Anyways, down here, Maxim Karpenko has posted the changelog in the Discord server and added a screenshot. So we'll take a look at this. First, we'll go from top to bottom and covering the updates. As you can see, the highlights of this patch are definitely the improved building and ruin sprites. Also, villages will now change their roof colors based on which kingdom they belong to. We can test this. Now, as you can see, there is new building sprites for the volcano, and we will go into our human world. And boom, there are a ton of new sprites, as you can see here. And we can also use Life Eraser to check all of the ruined buildings. Yep, as you can see, ruined buildings, they look a bit more gray. Now we can see here the other big feature in this patch, Spectator Mode. You can now follow any of your units from the inspection menu. The game will keep following them until they die, and then it'll jump to their assassin. Great for videos too. Now yes, what you can do here is we will spawn in, I don't know, like a few bears, and then we will spectate this human, and then as you can see, it will lock onto them and hide the taskbar, or the bottom toolbar, whatever you want to call it. And then here you can just click onto people to see where they are and who you want to spectate. Alright, next big feature. There are now new item resources and food like berries, bread, ale, fish, meat, sushi, burgers, and many more. And every unit will have their favorite food, which fills them up faster. Units also have new moods, like being happy when eating their favorite burgers, etc. Now yes, there are new stats. As you can see if we inspect this human here, we have not favorite food because they don't have one apparently, and we also have their mood. It looks like their mood is half, and we have two new statistics here. We have warfare, military skill of a ruler, and stewardship, administration of a skill of a ruler. Stewardship is basically like leadership, and warfare is of course like the ability to fight. And then of course down here it'll say their favorite food and their mood. Their mood currently is normal. Now we can keep inspecting humans and we will get a favorite food. But I'm pretty sure if you have an old world it won't work and you're gonna have to place in new humans. So let's place in, I don't know, a few elves. And as you can see, this person's favorite food is bread. This person's favorite food is tea. This person's favorite food again is bread, and you get the point. And of course there are a lot of different stuff like meat, fish, ale, so that means meat from the animals will actually be useful now. Alright, next topic. Minimap will now show you the location of your kings and squad leaders. You can also enable a live history log that will bring you to the latest events. So yes, if you go here into civilizations, kingdoms, and villages, you can toggle kings and leaders. While zoomed out, you can see the kings and leaders of the kingdom and cities, and you can also see the important events. So for example, I used a ton of Life Eraser on this. It will say up here, the village was destroyed. And then of course, we can see the leader of the city right here. We can inspect them, and then we will also inspect the kingdom. Now stewardship and army actually takes into account here, so villages. Kings with a higher stewardship skill can rule over more villages without penalties. Also, diplomacy will take account into this. As you can see, the capital is 100 and all of the others like negative 360. And then we also have the army, which shows how many humans are actually going to fight and be a guard. Next thing, our beloved Crabzilla has also received new and improved lasers. Pew pew. Let's go and test that. Let's go into other various powers and get ourselves a Crabzilla. As you can see, we are creating the new ruin textures, which actually look insane. And we will also fire our lasers, which now look like a teal and turquoise blue. I'm pretty sure they do have the same effect, but it's just their sprite has been changed. Alright, now let's get the next one. Now again, the update is available on PC, but it should be rolled out for iOS and Android in the next 1 to 2 days. So people on mobile, don't worry, you will get the update. It's just a little bit later. And then a big change to ore resources like gold, silvers, and stones. They're infinite now. That's very interesting, because if they're infinite, then that means they can't be destroyed, and they will block civilization building. I just want to point out the difference between a ruin and an abandoned house. This is an abandoned house. It's perfectly okay. It's just it looks a little gray because there's no one living in it. And a ruined house is destroyed, like someone, like Crabzilla destroyed the house. Now also, since their buildings change, of course it applies with all of the races. I'll show you that later. But we can see Flame Tower and Ice Tower are both changed. Ice Tower looking better with the giant spike on top, and Flame Tower also looking better with, you can see streaks of lava in the rock. Now onto the different buildings for different races. We have the Elves, which in my opinion the buildings look way better. They actually have roofs now instead of just a stone or wood top. Also their monument or pink tree looks way better. As you can see, there are bits of leaf on the stone pillars. And then the lower grade houses, they also look good with a higher rock foundation around them, and the wood looks more realistic. Next we have the Dwarves. In my opinion, the Dwarves architecture is the best. In my opinion, it's my favorite. You don't have to agree. They look the closest to real life houses. For example, this one right here. They do have, instead of the yellow outlining for the roof, they do have the wood outlining. They also have plants around their homes and a more fortified door, which I think is very cool. Also, campfires have been changed, as you can see, and the archery looks like a ruined stone pillar structure, or it looks like a coliseum. Now, talking back to the stewardship and warfare, I'm pretty sure they only range up to 10, because it says 3 is really bad with a red and 6 is good with, or average with a yellow number. So I think it goes up to 10, because if it goes up to 100, 3 is literally nothing. We also have the Diplomat, or personality here. So the personality is a diplomat, meaning that they enforce democracy. We have another human here. They don't have a personality. I'm pretty sure it's only just for kings and leaders. Yeah. So Diplomat or Republic, it's kind of hard to wrap around in politics, but you don't really need to know that. Alright, last kingdom we have Orcs. As you can see, they have a nice bright yellow for the default kingdom. They also have a ton of stone around them, and they have more of a bone and leather texture, as you can see for these buildings right here. Their monument also looks insane with a metal ball around it with a skull here. That looks cool. And then we also have another monument with a ton of stone pillars with red markings on it. And if we look into here, remember I was talking about the new foods earlier? We can see here there's 16 wheats, 27 tea, 29 bread, and of course, that's actually very cool. Now their personality is administrator. They're administrator because their stewardship is high. So I might make a video about these personality stuff later, but I don't want to do it right now. Anyways, you've reached the end of the video. This is all I have to cover in this video. If I missed anything, make sure to tell me in the comments below. If you liked this video and found it helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. Now you can go play that WorldBox update if you have PC. Check back 1 or 2 days after this video is published and the update should be out for your mobile. Anyways, make sure to like and subscribe again, and goodbye.